Alright, back with another video on the MPC 4000 and the reason why you might want to buy one soon before you can't get one. Right, today I'm doing a video on the mixer button, which is one of the mode buttons, the fifth one on the mode button section, which is on the right hand side of the MPC 4000. Right, so first of all, I'm going to start off by pressing the mixer button. So I'm going to press it now. So now we come to this page here. So here we got the part mixer. Okay, there's two mixers here. Okay, get the right track. Okay, we want the drum track. We're gonna start with the drum track. Okay, then we'll move on to the key groups. So we press mixer. So here, this is the part mixer. Okay, so from here, this page is exactly the same as the multi page. So if I change one of these settings here, so I'm going to change this output to 1 and 2, and I'm going to change this send as well. Okay, so to use the faders and stuff here, you use the Q-Link fader, okay, to control the level, and you use the Q-Link knobs to control the effects, send amount, and the panning as well. We'll just leave them down for now. So as you can see, I've just changed them two settings. So if I press multi, okay, you can see it's changed here as well, okay? Change this as well. So if I go to multi, as you can see, both of these have changed, okay? And it's the same. If I change this, I'm gonna change it back, okay? So if I go back to mixer, they're back. So if you change this one, you change the other one. Okay. Now, next. So you got, let me press the mixer button. Now you got pad mixer, okay? So let me press that, F2 pad. So now these are individual pads, okay? As you can see, at the top there, it says pad mixer, bank C I'm on, okay? There's only 3 drums in this drum kit. Just snare, kick, and a hat. That's it. As you can see there, it's moving as I press it, right? So I'm just gonna go with this snare here and show you. If I change this output on the pad mixer, okay? So let me just change it. I'm going to change it to L, left channel. Okay, so what that does is it overrules whatever it says within the multi-page. So here, as you can see, it still says left and right. Okay, so no matter what's in here, even if I change this, it doesn't matter what's in here, what output I've selected, it's gonna actually play the output that I've selected from the pad mixer, because the pad mixer overrules the main mixer, okay? The actual part mixer. As you can see, the part's still the same because it don't change. And the multi-mix settings, okay? So let me go back to mixer, pad mixer. As you can see, I've changed that. If I change this as well, it doesn't affect the actual overall program mix, okay? As you can see, this is part 1. Now the parts represent the programs, okay? So this program is part 1, okay? That's how it goes. So if I skip over here, look, okay? These are the parts here. As I've showed you before, you can have 2. You can select 2, and you can also have a MIDI. You select MIDIs from here as well, but we're not on that. So this is where you select your parts. Okay, your parts are your programs, they're numbered. Your programs are numbered, part numbers. Okay, so we go back to the mixer. So what this affects is when you press program, okay, so this refers to the outputs, okay? So if I press that snare, as you can see, it's changed, okay? Okay, otherwise they just stay on multi and it just refers to the multi, whatever the multi says, unless you've changed it, okay, within the pad mixer. You can also change it here on edit 1, which is F4. As you can see here, it's changed here, okay? It says zone 1 out because it represents all 4 zones, okay? Unless you go to zone and you can change, let's say you've got 4 sounds on each key, okay? We call them keys, okay? Because this is a key group, okay? No, sorry, this is a drum pad, this is a drum group, okay? So this is actual pads. I'm gonna go on to the key group next, okay? So these represent individual pads. So as you can see, by me changing this mixer setting here, this pad, which is pad 1, C1, changed it to L. So if I go to program settings here, as you can see, it's changed all 4 zones, but you can actually change, let's just put these back to multi. You can change each individual zone per pad. You can change the output as well, but it doesn't show up on this page here, okay? It only shows 1 zone. It only shows zone 1 outputs, pad outputs. So, sorry, here, okay? As you can see, it still says L, but if I go over to the program page, zone, then this pad here, okay, zone 2, if I had a sound in there, it would be coming out of the right channel, okay? Even though it says here that it's coming out the left, because it only shows zone 1, okay? So that's how that works. So let's just switch that back. So remember, the pad mixer, which shows up here on this page here, key group mix, and this page as well, zone 1, as you can see here, it will change here as well, both of these and this. These are pads, these are pad settings. They're not overall program settings, they're just for the pads, okay? And here, okay? This is where it changes for the pad mixer. Okay, so that's it. That's basically how it works. That's for a drum. That's for a drum program, okay? So next, I'm gonna go over to the key group program. It's slightly different. Okay, so select your track where your key group is on. Press the mixer button, okay? So here, as you can see, it displays the program at the bottom of the page, okay? See selected part 1, which is program, drum, part 2, which is bell, which is the one we're on now. So for this here, if I press the pad, you get this message here, because it's not actual pads, it's just keys, but all of the keys are the same, so it doesn't root them out of different outputs. It's just one output. So you can only use the part mixer, okay? So if you change it here, this is the part mixer, okay? So if you change it here, it does the same thing, okay? It changes it, as you can see here, okay? You can't actually change individual pads, but if I do go to program and I go to zone, as I said, these are all keys, okay? Right? So you can have multiple sounds within each key, and you can have individual outputs for those sounds within the zones. So this key here, if I had 4 sounds in here, I could select a different output for each sound, okay? So if I change this here, it doesn't actually have a pad mixer like I showed you on here, okay? It only has part. But on the program page, you can actually overrule what the multi-page says as well here, okay? So I can change it here. And it will overrule whatever it says here, okay? It still says 1 and 2. Let me change it back. Mixer, part, LR, okay? So if I go over to the multi-page, as you can see, it says left and right. But if I go to the program page, here within the zone, I can still change it, and this will overrule whatever it says on the mixer, part mixer, or whatever it says on the multi-page mix. Okay. And remember, like I said, it also displays it here, okay, on this section. Okay. On the key group mix page as well, it displays it here. Okay. But this has overruled what it says on this page. As you can still see, it says LR, and it doesn't matter what I put here because it's been overruled by what I've put on the program page. So that's it. That's the mixer and outputs and inputs, how to use them. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.